Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here in just a minute with our celebrity tarot card reading. But first, I want you to go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. Once you do this, you're going to click that bell button. When you click the bell button, you're going to receive notifications from Hangman Tarot. And I am on YouTube uploading up to 10 times a week. It could be less, obviously, but it's no more than 10. And it just depends on what I'm doing. Also, just go ahead and share, like, and follow on all your social media so that we can get the word out about Hangman Tarot. We are here for a year, so we want to make sure that we get monetized pretty quickly. I am on almost 500 subscribers right now. So super exciting. It is a thrill. It's been a journey, even just the first year. It's been wild. It's amazing. It's amazing what you learn too. So anyway, make sure you go hit subscribe so that you don't miss anything here at Hangman Tarot. And again, my name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. It is nice to meet you if I haven't met you. We're going to get started. Go check out my social media in my description box also. And at the end of this reading, there will be a video. Click on it. Go check it out. You might like it. You might not. If this resonates with you, please enjoy that. If it doesn't, then that's totally fine too. Okay. I'm going to go over Vicky. So we're doing Vicky as of right now. Okay, so Vicky and Katrina got married. I did Katrina's reading on her own. I'm going to add more of the partner into Vicky's reading because they did just get married apparently. I just found that out in my last reading. So Vicky is, where's he at? Okay. Vicky Kaushal. Vicky K is a male. He was born May 16th, 1988. He is 33 years old, making him a Taurus. He was born in Mumbai, state of India. Sorry. I'm going to butcher everything here, just so you know. He's an Indian actor who works in Hindu films. He is the recipient of National Film Award and Film Fair Award and has appeared in Forbes India's Celebrity 100 list of 2019. So he's very powerhouse, similar to Vicky, actually, because she is one of the top paid actresses in India. And so he just seems pretty serious about his craft and his job and his work also. Let's find out a little bit here about his signs, okay? Where are we at? Where'd it go? Okay, so his sun sign is a Taurus and his moon is a Taurus. Me too. Those are mine. Double Taurus. Venus. His Venus is a Gemini. Just kidding. Okay. All right. So let's find out a little bit about this celebrity first. Kind of finding out about the past a little bit, currently, and just near the future. So let's just do a quick little 3-card read here. We just need one more card. Okay, there you are. Okay. Got our Queen of Cups. We have our 5 of Swords that is upright, as well as our 9 of Swords. All right. Okay, so in the past, he's suffered a lot of things dealing with a specific situation, probably surrounding some type of abuse, maybe mental confusion, or maybe even battling something as far as like almost like I call them mental pains, but a lot of people call them mental behavior or just depression. Even it could have been, like anything like that following into that, just causing him to have to deal with a specific situation. And it caused a lot of mental pains. So he was dealing with this, and it was honestly the only thing that kind of solved the situation, because it had a lot to deal with his belief system. When you are dealing with your belief system, your values, your morals, and you're making sure that you're trying to get through it without fucking things up, because there's things set up to where he doesn't want them to fall out of place, if that makes sense, because of the pressures of society, maybe, and family and friends, and the things that they believe we should believe and do. So the honesty of things was helping him to solve the situation in this, okay? Because he was dealing with the situation and he was suffering due to that. But it has a lot to do with in the mind, just some confusion and things like that. And there was some abuse situation. Could have been an abusive situation as far as verbally abusive. And it doesn't mean he was doing it or somebody was doing it to him. He could have dealt with it in his past, his childhood, maybe some trauma. I'm not quite sure. But currently, he's definitely in a place where he's feeling like that change was extremely hard. Okay. That was really difficult for him to have to do. And he definitely didn't want to address the things that he held back, but he still continues to do that. And I get that because that's kind of a Taurus thing. On the outside, we want to appear like we got all of our shit together, but on the inside, we're screaming. I mean, half the time, because materially, we like to look aesthetically pleasing to people. But that's not what's going on. I mean, he's getting married, yes, but his change was huge, especially mentally. So again, he will address the things that he holds back, but right now he's not. That's just not something that he's getting into at the moment. Yeah. So in the future, because in the future with this relationship that he's dealing with, it's going to affect the relationship that he's in, his marriage, or it could be a relationship around him. Okay. But it's going to make him overly sensitive and it's going to put him in a place where he's maybe not doing the work that he should be doing. Can you shut my door? See, I sit down. Anyway, but it's going to put him in a place where he's kind of like not caring about certain things. And I did mention, it's kind of confirming to me, I did mention in her reading that she's surrounding herself in these really nice, lovely relationships, but there's something missing. There was a missing aspect for her. And that just goes as far to say that it might have something to do with that soul, that deep emotional connection. We don't get into that with another person unless we're in it with ourselves. And he was just, there's a lot of convincing things here telling me that he just doesn't like to get into those places. It doesn't make him a bad human. It just puts him in this, puts him in the humanness. We are flawed and we got fucked up along the way. And somewhere along the way, we have to fix it. And whether or not that's in a marriage, it will affect the person in the relationship, whether you are fucking Hulk Hogan or, you're him. I mean, it's going to affect you. All right, let's find out a little bit more here. Okay, so in the past, he definitely was checking in with himself so that he was able to get into a place where he could find, this relationship, get into this place where he's completed everything he needed to complete and get into a place where he's able to have a long-term or a wedding or a marriage or a long-term relationship that kind of creates like a happiness. And this happiness is long-term. So he's been extremely smart along the way because he reaches a lot of goals. And when he gets into those places, it really creates stability within home. So like in his mind, home and mind can mean the same thing, or also actual physical home. Yeah, and it's a lot of smart money moves here. It's just put him in a place where he was able to get to that place where he could say, will you marry me? Or can we be in a long-term commitment? Or however that went. Okay. Okay, so again, this emotional stuff comes up again. Mental and emotional to me have a lot to do with each other, of course. It's just kind of a back and forth game here. So we were talking about how he wanted to get into that long term. He was able to, get into that marriage and all that. Okay, well, he got into this place because this card with this Chariot, this just indicates that he got into a place pretty quickly. He got there pretty fast and he feels like he kind of won the prize, and just being his wife probably. He definitely reached this goal and he's in a place where he feels like he has completed it. He feels ideal about it. He's emotionally controlled at the moment and he feels really fucking rad about that. Okay. And getting into this relationship really quickly was, very much a goal, but I think it surprised him how quickly he was able to get there. Where did my chat go? Oh, there it is. I'm like, oh, I didn't even see your chats. Oh my God. He did struggle a lot. Okay. Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea. Like literally I just read like the first, astrology pages usually that I go to just to check on their birth charts. Okay, so upcoming, he's definitely going to be in a place where he's feeling like he wants to give up, or he kind of starts losing a little bit of his faith here. He kind of starts falling behind with a little bit of frustration. Okay, and this has a lot to do with the financial stuff. It could have anything to do with the material world in general. But as far as his ambition, his reliability, his stability, there's going to be an area where he does become frustrated mind wise. Okay. Yeah, wedding. So, I mean, obviously, this comes up indicating that spiritual connection, that wedding, that, long term value, traditional relationship. All right. So, this is what the world is seeing. Okay. The world is seeing a wedding. The world is seeing tradition. The world is seeing spiritual. You have values. You have these beliefs. You have all these really fucking rad things going on. You are a wise person. We watch you from afar. We're all over here looking like, fans. Is that what they're called? Fans, super fans. That's what we see as super fans. We see all these great, grand things. Okay. He's actually in a place where he feels a little insecure though. And that's fine. He feels a little sluggish. He feels a little vulnerable. And, with all the attention on him and all of these things that he has to do, I don't know how they don't all feel this way. He feels powerless, though, in it. And that's good. Okay. So there's that financial stuff again. So the kind of like the financial stuff really weighs heavy on him. And that's just confirming the last Pentacles card. For me, I just feel like when he finds financial independence, which will probably be never, because this person is a double Taurus, let's just be real, okay? Material world is very important to them in general, but this person finds safety in it, which is really dangerous because it is out of our control, along with everything else. But that's why self-care is definitely needed here, so he stops doubting himself, because the insecurity is going to put him in a vibration of insecure money. Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine that much attention on myself. I would scream. Yeah, so he's definitely needing to take care of himself, because it's going to be, even as of right now, like we see a wedding, but there's a little bit of conflict, and her cards were confirming that. Her cards confirmed that within a relationship that was very, loving and trusting, there was just that deep emotional disconnect. It wasn't, her desires weren't being met. Oh, if I was a secret for 2 years, I would start slapping people. I'd be like, no, sir. No, sir. I need to meet your family. No, sir. After, I think, 2 months, they said, if you're not meeting family, or if nobody knows about you, you're a secret. I mean, if that's a culture thing, because here nobody really cares. I mean, we gossip about it, but it's not like something that I think a lot of men here really pride their woman in making money. Which is fine. I mean, it's whatever floats your boat, but I think it's a culture thing probably for you guys that the man runs the roost. And I mean, he's a powerhouse much himself, but I think that this money thing, yeah, maybe he does. I mean, I didn't even think about that, because again, it's not the way that we carry things in America usually. I mean, in some states, some people like to make more money than the woman. That's fun. Okay. Let's get a likely outcome here. Let's find out the likely outcome. That doesn't surprise me. Saying yes to all those enterprises. Saying yes to business, passion, ride, adventure. It is all about expectation. He has a huge expectation of himself. So likely outcome is that he's just going to keep kind of altering the course of things, because he's going to keep running towards that financial stuff. Okay. And it's going there. He will run into an issue eventually here. Queen of Wands, yeah. say any of this. This is not going to make you happy. Okay, so he says yes. In the upcoming, there's a likely outcome here is just kind of him going and moving, kind of going at his speed of things. He's a Taurian. He's getting into the materials. He's getting into that stability, safety, security. He wants to make sure he's the man of the house, running the household. He wants to make money. So he is going to say yes to anything that arises that could be financial. Definitely. There's a lot of courage in this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, with balance, of course. But if he shows moderation and if he's able to do that, he will get into a place where he's balanced. If he doesn't show really good self-restraint or hold himself back, he could even get involved with somebody else. So, Queen of Wands definitely coming up. This is just bringing and indicating a third party. This person is extremely loving. There's nothing wrong with this individual. You know, they're a natural leader. They're just very to the point. But they're honorable. So I don't know if that would take from that. Anyway, if he doesn't show self-restraint, he will find himself in kind of an unfair place because he'll be in a place where he's not being honest. And that would be with another individual. And this person's a really great person. So I don't even know if they would end up knowing about that person or it's just like karmically or spiritually. I mean, sometimes you just cannot help whom you fall in love with or who you love. And sometimes when we don't deal with our emotions, we actually feed off of things that make us feel a heightened amount of emotion, I guess. It's just almost like maybe not even a booty call, but like a hit for the ego. Like, give me some of that. He'll feel very renewed if he does that. But he is in good health. There's nothing going on health-wise here that I'm seeing at all, actually. He's a very healthy person. But again, his mental and his emotional, those are unhealthy. And if he doesn't show balance and moderation and self-restraint, he's going to find himself in a naughty triangle. You heard it here. I know it's so hard to talk. I don't like talking about it, especially y'all. Like, you guys will lynch. You will hang me like one of those witches back in the day. I literally, if I said I woke up this morning and I actually was laying in my bed and I was like, I said I was on Team Gil, and ever since then it's just been an inbox full of what? I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I just don't know who they are. Like, I was just Team Gil that day. Like, it'll be different the next. I'm Team whomever. Usually the person that is the underdog at the moment or the person that I feel is like a powerhouse. That's usually who will be on my shirt. Okay. All right, I'll be back with the rest of them. Again, this was a request by Manpree. Please go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. When you do that, click the bell. Don't forget. Yes, the marriage was probably because he was in a place materially where he was able to do that. And it did talk about the quickness of it and the energy, how fast it went. But it didn't feel like they didn't know better or they didn't know each other. So like those were all like in their odds. I mean, the marriage is in their favor as long as they're working on themselves, but it's really hard for him. Okay. Okay. So anyway, please go hit subscribe, share, like, and follow. We are a year in on Hangman Tarot. We want to make sure that we get monetized. So share, like, and follow so we can get 1,000 subscribers. All right. Y'all have a really good Saturday. It's really windy here. So hope to all the heavens I do not blow away.